Speaking of, this is not an optical illusion. There we go. Come on. Oh. Let's get it.
7 mystery riddles only the smartest 5% can solve.
Really?
Well, that lets me out, huh? Hey, are you a fan of good old Agatha Christie novels? Or
Nah.
are modern works with elements of thriller more to your liking?
I don't know what that
It's
is.
time to test yourself. We're all familiar with typical IQ tests that rate your intelligence level after you've answered
I
40
scored like a
standardized
250
questions.
on my IQ.
But there are some other ways to find out what your inner genius can do. We found several riddles that only a few people can
I think
figure
I
out.
scored more than
Do you
that
feel
one
brave
time.
enough to crack them? Then go ahead and test
Oh,
your
that's some
detective
bullshit.
skills with these riddles.
That's pretty much grade,
After each
like
riddle, you'll be given 15
that IQ shit, man. That's pretty much everything you learn in school. That's not really basic knowledge. That's shit you learn in school. So IQ level
seconds
stuff
to
that's
find
going
the
on
answer.
in the world, really.
Here we go. Number 7, Jailbreak.
Jailbreak.
Jack is placed in a cell with a dirt floor and only one window positioned so high no one could reach it.
Yeah.
The cell is empty except for a shovel. It's hot and dry there, but Jack won't get any food or drink anytime soon. He has only 2 days to break out of the jail. If not, he'll die. We know what you have immediately thought, but no, digging a tunnel is not an option as it will take more than 2 days. So, how should Jack escape the cell? What's your guess? Don't forget, you can pause the video to have more time to think.
Damn. Damn, he can't dig. Call for help. Shit. The window is open. And you can't really hit it with the shovel because it's not really going to do shit. 2 days.
All set? Here's the answer. Well, the way out for Jack turned out to be a piece of cake. He had to use the shovel to make a pile of dirt under the window, climb on it, and escape from the cell. Seriously, who secures prisoners
You
this
said
way?
no shoveling.
All right, number 6.
What the
A
fuck? If
stolen
he can't shovel
necklace.
up out of there, why would
Mrs.
he?
Smith went to the
There's
police
some
claiming
assholes
that
for
her
that.
vintage necklace was missing. The woman was upset. When the police arrived, they saw no signs of a break-in. No messed up locks, no misplaced doors. Only one window was broken. There was a total mess inside the house and dirty footprints all over the floor. Surprisingly, the next day, Mrs. Smith was arrested for fraud. Why?
Could have been she did it herself and blamed somebody else
Are you ready there? 5 seconds left.
to frame them.
Here's the answer. The police were sure that Mrs. Smith lied to them because the window was broken from the inside. If it had been broken from the outside, little pieces of glass would have been on the room's floor.
Alright.
Number 5, murder at school. On the first day of the school year, a geography teacher was murdered. The police had as many as 4 suspects. They were the gardener, the math teacher, the coach, and even the school principal. Yeah, I vote for the principal. Now, the sticking point was that they all had alibis. The gardener was cutting bushes. The math teacher was holding a mid-year test. The coach was playing basketball. The principal was in the office. Despite this, the killer was arrested immediately. Can you guess who killed the geography teacher and how the police solved the mystery? You have 15 seconds to find the killer.
Hold on. Who killed the judge? Oh my god. I say it's between the other teacher and the one who was holding the paper. I don't know. I ain't finna read on this.
The killer was the math teacher.
Yeah.
According to his own words, he was holding a mid-year test, but the crime happened on the first day of the school year. He needs to learn how to lie better, don't you think? Number 4, a lonely man. A lonely old man lived in his house in the
I
suburbs
barely
of the
got
city.
thrown like right.
He led a quiet life. Perhaps he was a homebody, as he never left his dwelling for long. It was a midsummer Friday when the mailman walked by and called out for the man. There was no answer coming from inside the house. The mailman looked into the window and, oh no, saw the man in a pool of blood. When the policeman arrived, he found Tuesday's newspaper, 2 bottles of warm milk, and 1 bottle of cold milk. The next day, the killer was arrested. Do you know how the police found out who it was so quickly? What is your idea?
It says summer. What are they doing? I don't know, to be honest. I was looking at the scene, man. I wasn't really paying
5 seconds
attention, man.
remaining. Can you see the answer?
Oh, man. Come on, Darryl, get back into it.
It was obviously the mailman. He knew that no one in that house would read a newspaper on Wednesday or Thursday. That's why he came only on Friday. Number 3,
Wednesday, Thursday.
2 pills. A serial killer had a particular practice going. He kidnapped people and made them take one of 2 pills. One was harmless, the other was poisonous. Whichever pill a victim took, the serial killer took the other one. Then the scheme repeated itself continuously. Victims took their pills with water and died. The killer repeatedly survived. How did he always get the harmless pill? Good luck. Your time has started.
Because they gave them the wrong pill. Both the pills is rigged. And he had a trick one. He had a separate one. Like a magician or something.
Here's the answer. The serial killer was tricking people. The poison was in the glass of water his victims drank, not in the pill. Oh, that stinks. So unfair. Anyway, number 2, frozen windows. Once, on a cold winter day, a tragedy happened. John found his friend dead in his own house. John called the police and said he was just passing by Jack's house when he decided to drop by to see him. He had been knocking and ringing the bell for a long time. However, all was silent. Perhaps Jack wasn't at home. But John could very well see the light in the room through a frozen window. He breathed on the ice window glass and saw Jack on the floor. Unexpectedly for John, the police arrested him as the main suspect. Why? 15 seconds to go.
Because he was stalking him? I mean, shit, that's the only thing I can see. Like, why are you outside
Only
of
5
man's
seconds
door?
left.
Why don't you just go to his door?
Obviously, John hasn't thought his legend through. He wouldn't be able to unfreeze the window glass because it's usually icy on the inside. And finally, number 1, chemical substances. A famous chemist was murdered in his lab. There was no evidence found except for a piece of paper with the names of chemical substances on it. On the day he was murdered, the chemist had only 3 visitors: his wife Mary, his nephew Nicholas, and his friend Jonathan. The police arrested the murderer right away. How did they know who it was? A little hint. Pay closer attention to the note. The answer is hidden in the note. This piece of paper had a clue. If you combine the short names of the chemical substances on the paper, you'll get a name. Nicolas. Even dying, this man remained a real chemist. Speaking of chemists, here's one for you. Johnny was a chemist's
that was
son,
tough.
but Johnny is no more. For what he thought was H2O was H2SO4, which is, of course, sulfuric acid. Oops. Well, did you manage to solve these detective riddles?
Yeah,
did
nah.
you? Wow, if
It was
so,
a good brain
don't
teaser,
forget
though.
to hit like and share this video with your friends. If we
I
get
saw
at
it, I
least
think, like 2 of
40,000
them.
likes for this video, we will show you some hard-to-solve riddles that will really blow your mind. Wait for them.
How many of you guys got right? I could tell it by his face. You murdered the math teacher. I only saw the 2 pills in the last one. Alright, I only saw the couple of... The last one, I wasn't even really paying attention. I got it ready for you. Right side, there were 3 little boys that passed a bridge. How did they pass it? Under the bridge? The first boy saw the bridge and walked on it. The other boy saw the bridge but didn't walk on it. Last one didn't see it or walk on it. How did they pass? They didn't walk on the bridge. You said they just passed it. They just went past it. Probably not even saw it. They just went a different route. Is he gonna have the answer? Man, are you gonna have the answer? I'm not trying to look through this whole thing. I mean bridge, not man, I ain't got that. I ain't finna go do that. I cried the first one easy. Well, I mean, at least see some bright people out there. Like I said, man, my attention span is that of a, see? Yep, that's it.